Welcome to Toffee TV. There is a lot of talk at the moment of incomings, but the right back area has hotted up again, mainly from Marca, the Spanish news outlet. Now, whether or not you believe Marca, or you don't, there's a lot of stories in the last day or so linking us again with Atletico right back Santiago Arias. We were linked with him 12 months ago as well, weren't we? And it looked like it may happen then. Didn't happen. We're linked with him again. AS as well, I think it's another Spanish publication that are reporting the same thing as well now. So obviously there's Marcel Brands took him to PSV, didn't he?
Correct.
So obviously there's that link there, so it might just be lazy journalism. Who knows?
Never know.
But he's obviously behind Kieran Trippier, isn't he, at Atletico, and there's another him as well, yeah. So he's third choice. So I guess he's available, international footballer. Good player.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts just off the bat first of all?
You know, he's 28. I think I'd be surprised if it was a permanent deal. You never know though. It depends obviously how Everton see it working better financially. But I think as a loan, it'd be a good sign just for a year. I think we were this for right back. You know, we were always looking for a bridge loan in the sense that we're probably not going to spend money on a right back. There's some or significant money maybe, and then we'll look at it again next year when that becomes a more priority position. Where centre midfield and right wing are much more the priority positions this summer. Maybe even back up left back in some people's minds. But no, I think he'd be fine. Like I've talked about Kenny Tete, similar thing here. You know, experience, solid. If you're going to be playing, maybe a person in front of him who's not great defensively. He's fine defensively, showed at Atletico Madrid they don't sign bad defenders. Been well coached by Diego Simeone, and he gets forward well as well. Yeah, great chances, good cross to the ball. He's aggressive as well. Everton fans will like that about him as well.
Is there a concern for you that again it's another player who's over 27? It seems to be a little. If what's been reported is accurate, then there seems to be a little bit of a change in the direction of what...
Maybe they've looked at the culture. Maybe they've looked at the maturity of the squad in the sense that they don't see, people who... Sometimes, I don't believe that's age-related myself, but everyone sees things differently. Maybe Ancelotti's looked at I need a bit more experience, people in the trenches whose confidence doesn't drop out if you have a bad game. And obviously people who like Arias, who's played for Atletico Madrid in Champions League games... James Rodriguez, who's played at the top level, Alan, who's played for Napoli for years, and Decore, obviously, been at Watford. But the three there, they've all played at a high level. They've all been consistent players in tough leagues and for good teams. So, yeah, I can understand the logic in it. Would I do that? No, but that doesn't matter. It's not my job. I understand, as I said, I've always talked about you have to understand things rather than agree with them all the time. So, yeah, I think in terms of right back, if it's a loan, it doesn't really matter how old they are. In the sense that I don't like to do loans without an option to buy. If he does well and we think that Coleman's... It gives you options, you see. Even if you have an option to buy, you don't have to take it up. It just gives us that option in the season. We'll persevere with another season, maybe, and then we'll see where we go after that. It gives you that length, that gives you that time really to look at the position, because as someone who looks for players, the full-back position's quite shallow, and you've got your great players like Hakimi, obviously went to Inter Milan, superb, but below that, and maybe in Everton's price range, it's a bit more risky, so I understand why you'd maybe go with a more, in theory, solid option in Arias. So yeah, I think he's a better fit for Everton at the moment than Seamus Coleman. And John Joe Kenny, I've got my doubts about him at Premier League level in terms of his awareness of what's around him and his overall athleticism. So yeah, Arias wouldn't be a bad sign at all.
Oh, you've mentioned, we'll look at the numbers for him here.
Ooh, stats.
Some stats. Here we go. His defensive duels win percentage, 77%.
Outrageously high, yeah. But again, we'll think about this we'll put some context on this. Plays for Atletico Madrid, play a low block, good. However, you still need to know, be positionally smart, be aware of, cover your centre-backs when need be. So yes, it does help playing for that team, but he has shown that he is a good defender,
Your possession adjusted interception per 90.
So that's still good, because obviously Atletico Madrid don't have a lot of the ball, but he's still near 6, which is where you want to be. He reads the game quite well. As I say, he is aggressive, so sometimes he can overrun things, but again, you take that rough with the smooth.
It's progressive passes per 90, 10.2
that's
quite good, isn't it?
That's what you want. Someone who can push the ball through the line, someone who can move the ball up the pitch. We're going to be a team that likes to transition fast to the forwards, so that's good there.
Excellent. It's progressive runs per 90, 0.93.
Different type of... So Atletico Madrid aren't really the most attacking of sides, so that will affect his numbers. You see Seamus Coleman's numbers in it, where Everton tends sometimes to face teams who sit deep. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. It's near 1, which isn't the issue. He's not a flyer. He's not that type. But Trent Alexander's pretty much the same as that type. Alexander Arnold, I would say that. Yeah.
And chances created per 90, just over 1.08.
Yeah, so. At the end of the day, if you're getting a right back who creates 30, 40 chances a season from there, that's really good for numbers for that position. Yeah. Some wingers don't even manage that. So he didn't play a lot of minutes last season, just over 1,000. Obviously, Kieran Trippier's gone in there and done well. But even so, when he was called upon, he was good. Yeah, good numbers.
What I've seen of him and bits and pieces from last season as well, he does support the attack really well. He makes some really good runs, decent balls into the box as well.
It's the work
and
rate
energy as well.
Yeah,
energy and work rate.
I think you look at Coleman now. I think Coleman will play certain games where we are asking for someone to tuck in as that third centre back when we're in possession. But he can't do it going forward. We'll see with his numbers in terms of when he actually gets to the final third aren't the greatest, and that's really where we need that extra. I thought Sidibe did bring that. Unfortunately, his defensive lapses and his positioning left a lot to be desired in the front.
Let's have a look at Seamus then. You just spoke about him there. So these are Seamus's numbers from last season. Defensive duels won 64%.
That's good for the Premier League. Yeah, right about where you want it to be. Yeah. Possession adjusted again, similar to Arias. That's fine. Yeah. Progressive passes less. Seamus is not the best passer of the ball. We all know that. That's the area. Progressive runs 1.81, always been a strength of his. He's running straight lines, still good, still pushes the pace, obviously brings it up the pitch, so that's not a problem. It's then when you get to this.
Chances created.
0.21.
0.21.
I think it was 6 all of last season. We need more than that. And he gets in some really great positions. He can still get, not every game, but he can still get, penetrate the area with his dribbling, get inside that. He just can't find the man, can't get across, can't beat the first man. And that's why Seamus Coleman is on the decline. Some players don't decline until later than he is now, but he just can't do it when he's in the box anymore. He was never one of the best creators in the Premier League, but he could always cause problems for teams and score a couple of goals a season. He's not that type of player anymore. So we need someone who can add the bits that he hasn't got. I think Arias would be a good start to that. Yeah.
I think the thing what I've noticed with Coleman, particularly this season, last season, was that he did get better defensively. I think in the past he's really we've kind of said things like he's not the greatest defender, but he offers a lot going the other way. Now I think he's realised that he's got a bit older, which is what a lot of players do. They tailor the game, don't they? And he's become a better defender. And you're right, we're losing 0.21 from a position where that one of the area of his game that he just was really strong was creating opportunities. And
on the whole, Everton really as a team needs to create more. So I've always said full back, centre midfield, wingers, they all need to create more. Luka Dean's creates a lot, but apart from them, we don't really. And Richarlison done a lot better last season. Apart from them two, really need other positions. The left wing, Alex Iwobi, Anthony Gordon, whoever the new right winger may be. Maybe a certain Colombian might maybe match up with his international teammate. Whoever it may be, they need to chip in with more creativity because we've got two lads up front who can put the ball in the back of the net if given the chances. And if you look at you looked at them, they didn't overperform massively in terms of the XG, which means that they basically took the chances that we did. Exactly. And really, we need to create more chances for them.
If it was Arias coming in, would he be more comfortable in a 4-3-3? Well, not more comfortable, but would he be as equally comfortable in a 4-3-3?
He can be comfortable in both. He plays 4-4-2 for Atletico Madrid.
That's good for us.
Good for us, there you go. So there's that system match that you want when you're profiling players. And then when he played in for PSV, they play 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, depending on the midfield combination. So yeah, I think he is a flexible player in that sense. Playing under Simeone will certainly help him in terms of transitions when Everton side. We're not going to be as defensive. But there are games where Ancelotti will ask them to sit a little bit deeper against teams. Catenaccio, if you will, and play that way so that he can play either way, which is good for us. That flexibility that we've lacked in certain positions.
So he'd be a viable option for you,
I think he was a viable option last year. I would have preferred to Sidibe, if I'm honest, last year. But again, if he's just a 1-year loan, I wouldn't like to see us sign another player on a 3-year contract because I don't want 4 or 5 players over a certain age because it makes the squad harder to turn over, especially under FFP. If there was no FFP, bombs away, do what you like. But it's not. They're the restrictions that we have. So it wouldn't be a bad option at all. It'll be an upgrade on Coleman for a year at least. Maybe 2 if we obviously did any more business. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad deal at all.
I think the thing as well, just before we finish with the turnover of players, and I know a lot of people it's been highlighted, and I'd rather us do a proper...
We'll do a proper video.
Proper video on all of that, but just the strap line from it is that we've got to be able to become self-sufficient. We can't keep going to the well, the series well, because it's not... I know, listen, it's great and all that, it's great sound plays, but we surely want to get to a position where we can self-sustain through player sales.
Even when we spent
well.
money on the machinery, we've always sold players. John Stones, Romelu Lukaku, Ross Barkley, Garner Gay last year. We've sold players throughout, and it does make it easier under those rules to spend money and continue to do so. Not having players to sell makes it more difficult. And I know people are saying we need quality and experience. Yes, we definitely need quality 100%. And yes, you need a smash of experience. Fabian Delph probably hasn't worked out as we hoped it would do. But at the end of the day, you don't want to spend too much money on all the players because it does leave you with the inflexibility. However, 1 or 2, I suppose, I can understand Carlo's logic from him. I say I wouldn't do it, but that's not my job. I think I understand from his position that he needs to have people he can rely on to set standards and people who played at a higher level, which is totally understandable from his point of view.
There you go. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Is Arias a viable option for you, or would you like to see Everton go for a younger fullback? Or are you an Evertonian that thinks John Joe Kenny should be given the opportunity this season after his successful loan at Schalke? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want more videos, join us over on Patreon. See you later.